Hello.
Sweet. You want to do the cannon one?
Wait a second. I need to change something. Can you tell something?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh my god. Oh man. I need like 5 min break already because I need to change my headphones.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just wait. No problem. But you guys saying he's too loud? Really? I can fix that if he's too loud. It's no problem. How loud was the volume, guys? Like, how was it for you guys? No, I think I'm gonna stream more coaching. Like I always also said that, I think. I think stream coaching is good. Way louder than me. Alright.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sweet. So which one do you want to go with?
Let's take the cannon one.
Okay. Let's fix that one. So wait, I'm gonna screen share so you can see it from my screen as well. I think that's easier.
Okay.
There you go. Does it work?
Yes.
Sweet. Alright, so you're playing Cannon against Pantheon. What's your plan here? If you look at junglers and everything.
I was going to poke him a little and farm up till I get items and be better than him, be stronger.
Yeah. Are you planning to push the lane, freeze the lane, or like keep it in the middle?
Yes, I was pushing the lane at the beginning.
Yeah, I think pushing is good. Like, basically, if you're against the Pantheon, what you have to do is you have to push so hard that he needs to use his Qs on minions. Because if he Qs you all the time, you're gonna have a really tough time. So just poke him and push all the time, as much as possible. So basically, you need to always be auto-attacking minions. And you're doing that, which is great, you know. I think you're a bit too afraid there. You can just keep auto-attacking minions, but apart from that, like he's gonna Q you anyways, right? You can never really avoid the Q, so you can auto-attack minions. If you're afraid of his poke, you could start Dawn Shield. That makes you heal up. And if he gets a good trade on you, it's much easier for you to lane against him because you have more healing with Dawn Shield. So if I was against Pantheon, I would probably start Dawn Shield. Because you're not really trying so much to kill him. And right now you're being choked down a lot. Which makes you play a bit more passive than you need to. So you're not actually going to push him in and pressure him. Like, at this point in time, you should be hitting him. And you should not care about his Q damage. It shouldn't be enough to make you afraid of him. And if the Q damage is a problem, you need to have more defensive runes and items, basically.
Yes, I bought armor after first base.
Yeah. But because right now you're basically letting him control how you're moving around while you're stronger than him. You need to just basically hit him every time he comes up to you. Q, W. I think it's skill W as well instead of E. You don't need the E here. The W is much better in level 2. Because then you can actually poke him.
Yes, I know. I was scared about Ivan. He ganked mid. So.
Yeah. Also, generally, Ivan gank you don't have to be too afraid of because you can easily escape as long as you stand on the top side of the lane. Like if you're standing near the bushes, it's a better advantage for you. You don't want to stand where you are right now because it doesn't really benefit you in any way. Always try to stand in the top side against gankers like Ivan and against Pantheon if you're a ranged champion. Because if he uses the bush all the time, you can't really poke him that well, and he can poke you easy too.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so there's one thing here. Wait, I'm gonna go back a bit. If you look right now, I'm gonna go back a little further. At this point, you want to push as slow as possible, because if you look at the minion waves, the next one is coming. You won't be able to push this one in time to his tower. And you want to be as close to your tower always as possible, then you're pushing. So this one you need to push as slow as possible. Last hit the minions as late as possible, like then a really low health. Instead of doing, like, you do 2 hits on the cannon minion there, for example, right? That's a mistake, because now you're getting closer to his tower instead. where you just want to chill and push slowly until the next wave, and then you want to start pushing hard and poking him as well. Like right here, you want to start poking him and pushing hard. You don't really need to go for ward either, because you want to ward after you push this in. You don't want to ward as you're pushing it in, if that makes sense. Because right now you're vulnerable to gank. If Ivan is there, he's going to flash after you. You'll most likely be in a bad situation here if Ivan is there. If Ivan isn't there, the ward is useless anyways. So you should just stay up here and push the wave.
Okay.
And then also you should be trying to last hit all minions with your auto attacks. And only use Q if you have the fourth shuriken. And other Qs should be aimed towards poking him down. Like you're using Q a lot to last hit sometimes, which is not really necessary because you're strong in him. You can just walk up. Wait, let's go back here for a second. It's like a small mechanical play. Alright, if you look here, you're fighting him. The only thing he got, you have all the minions. You don't have to be afraid of him at all, right? He's going for you in the minion wave here. What you can do is, you can just go at him, right? You don't have to be afraid at all. But what you do is like a reflex a lot of players have. They hit, they walk backwards. They hit, they walk backwards, right? You hit him and then you walk backwards. But there you should just walk at him, because you have all the minions. You have the pressure. He used all his damage on you already. The only thing he can do is W into you, and if he does that, then you're going to win the trade really hard as well, and you can just kill him. So you should be walking towards him there instead of away from him. It's like a small detail, but those things helps you win the laning phase. As you can see, you're just clapping him right now, and if he goes on you, you should be able to just all in him here. And you're even going for it, right? Again, you walk a bit backwards, which you don't need to do. If you're stronger than him, you don't mind being melee range, because you can just clap him in the minions, and if he fights you back, he will die. So you're just a little more afraid than you need to be. Which also ends up putting you in a worse position, because you didn't get to damage him enough down. Also, you need to be really careful about queuing the minions as much as you do. Your Q should be focused on him all the time. Like you're lasting a lot of minions with Q while being stronger than him and able to fight him. The only times you want to last it with Q is if you need to, if you have your 4th stack, or if he's stronger than you. Whenever you're stronger, you don't want to do that, and you don't need to do that. Let's see what happens now. Right now you could let him push to you and ask Gragas to gank, or you should keep pushing. Like you have 2 choices here after you're coming back from base.
I just tip it there and kill him.
Yeah,
because he was dumb enough to jump on me.
No, that's fine too, but I mean, like, the only 2 options you have is either you keep hard pushing at all times, or you freeze to get jungle gank, right? And then you have to ask your jungler for it. Killing him here is good, you're all in him, you're much stronger than him. Nothing much to say there. I think... wait, what's the time? It's minute 5. You should just hard push this as you're doing, it's really good. One small detail there, as you can see, like you kill the minions that's killing your cannon minions. What you want to do then you're hard pushing here is you want to look at the minions that are dying on your side, which minions is hitting your minions, and then you kill all the other minions first that isn't hitting it, because you could have killed this cannon minion, right? Imagine it's a different situation, he TP's back just in time to get the cannon minion, then you didn't get to deny it from him. That one would have killed it, for example.
Okay.
Like right here, he gets the cannon minion for free, right? Which
yes.
You could have denied from him. Alright, so this is all fine. Right here, you're a bit afraid of him. I think if you're gonna be afraid of him, that's fine. But in that case, you shouldn't be pushing, right? You can't be pushing if you're not pushing in. Then you need to just be like, I'm just gonna let you push to me, and then having each time, and then you're gonna ask for a gank at this point. Also, you can see Gragas is basing, so if you freeze right here, you don't put your ping ward, you just wait for the ping ward. You have Gragas come up to the lane. You know he doesn't have any wards because he's been dead. He haven't had time to ward or anything, right?
Yes.
So you just ask for a gank at this point, use the assist ping, and then you let him push towards you. That'd be very good. Putting the pink ward down here is only good if you're going to keep pushing him. So you need to be pushing if you're putting that down. You're pushing decently, that's fine. Again, you Q the minion, which is not necessary. You should always aim at him all the time. Like basically every time you have a Q, just try and hit at him. Even if you miss it, at least you're trying, right? Queuing a minion will always just be a waste of a Q.
Okay.
Unless you have to last it for whatever reason. Are you letting him push? You should be asking the Gragas to gank here. If you're letting him push, it's fine to let him push. You just need the gank from Gragas and it's all good. If you're letting him push though, you need to be careful about hitting too many minions, right? You're in a bad spot here with a minion wave. You're close to his tower. You're not pushing another tower poking him. So you're not getting any damage on him or an advantage from pushing. And overall, this minion wave is just bad for you. You should let him push towards you a little bit more. If you're letting him push, or you should hard shove it. Basically, I don't want to... I just start fighting him. That's fine. He's getting really chunked.
And that was my fail.
Yeah.
I thought I have more damage.
Again, there's a couple of small mistakes here, right? Before you fight him, you already need to know if you want to fight him or not. Basically, you need to have the mindset, am I going to kill this guy? Am I not going to kill this guy, right? So the second he jumps you, you should Q him. You should be able to get the Q in. Even if you don't, it's not the end of the world. But here you're kind of hesitating, right? Like, if you look at this entire time, you're wasting 3 or 4 seconds walking around. Which is not good, because you need to know if you can beat him or not, right?
Yes.
I'm going to make it a bit faster. Like, basically, you're just walking around in a circle instead of just straight up hitting him. Like, you could just have been standing here, hitting him, and you would have been able to kill him straight up. He can't do anything.
Yes.
So it's more so hesitation than bad play. Like, you don't actually know if you want to fight him yet. The execution was off. The play itself was not bad though. It's fine. Just the execution was off. Let's see. You buy good items, defensive items. I don't think you need the boots yet. I think it's better for you to buy refillable potions. So you have some
I bought it later. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, boots doesn't really do you much, right? It's a very little difference. But just have potions. Alright, so right now you're behind. What's your plan with the laning phase? Because you're behind, right? You're gonna have a really tough time.
Yes, I was just last hitting minions and see what's going on later.
I think
I had no plan.
Right. At this point, I think you have 2 options, right? Because you're gonna lose this lane because you're behind. Either you need to get a gank from the Gragas, or you need to try and make a TP play somewhere once your teleports back up, right? So basically, what you need to do is try to push as much as possible, because then he can poke you less. And then get a gank off, dive, or something. If you can't get a gank off from your Gragas, then you're just gonna wait till teleports back up, push, and then base, and then go bottom, go mid or somewhere, or teleport somewhere else. Because you won't be able to win this lane anymore. Pantheon's pretty strong at this point. And Pantheon's gonna be looking for the same thing, as you can see he's going bottom, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna push a bit further up. Pantheon's running back top. It's fine. If you want to control the wave a little better here, what you can do, like either you need to hard shove or not, but you need to know exactly how much time you have, right? I showed that in a video on YouTube as well. Basically, the second he goes missing bottom, you have 35 seconds till he's back top, right? By knowing that information, you can hard shove the next wave already by Eing into the minions and Wing them, because you know he's not going to be there yet. Like basically, you could already go down and hit these minions. You shouldn't be hitting the tower, because hitting the tower here doesn't benefit you much. You should be trying to hard shove the next wave, so you can either base, go bottom, or go mid or somewhere, right? So you have more time to play with. So just be trying to take the next wave already, because you know he can't be there yet, if you timed when he based from bottom. Let's see what happens. You can stop you guys just fighting it out. I think you could actually all in him there. He kind of fucked up by going on you.
Yes. And I all in him right now, and I dived him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's really low. Like basically this is something like you have to... The second he jumps you, just pop ultimate and just chunk him as much as possible. If you can kill him, you'll see it, right? But you don't have to be so afraid of him, because he can't jump into you if then there's minions. Minions are really strong in this game. But
yes, I am.
It's a good play to kill him. You're actually ahead of him now. You're in a really strong position. Taking the tower. You know he doesn't have TP or anything, so you can just shove the next way as well and try and take the tower down. I don't know what you do, but... What? Yeah, you threw the minions.
I did it.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Basically, killing the minions first is almost always advantageous, unless you can kill the tower really quickly.
Yes.
This is really good. Getting all the minions. You're backing off. That's good as well. You know he's coming. Basing, buying items. Got refill potion, which is good. Really good buy. Everything here is perfect with items. You go back top. So right now top tower is really low. Herald is up. Everything is up basically. What you want to try to do is ask your jungler to gank. Either you try to dive him, or you try to keep the wave right in the middle. Like, you don't want him to push too hard to you, and you don't want to be pushing too hard to him, right? And then you get a gank up and you kill him. Then you can take the top tower and herald. That's really good. Or you can try and dive him. Either of the two works, right? But right now, what you should be doing is call for your jungle help, because getting top tower when it's low is important. It's first tower of the game. Getting herald is really important. It's both really easy objectives, and especially in the have a matchup like this where you can almost one-shot him alone, right?
Yes.
So if your jungler comes, you can dive him really easy. You're even going for a kill, I think.
Yes, I did it.
Yeah, so you just kill him alone. It's great. I think your jungler should have been here, so you can force more objectives, but that's not really on you. You push it
And
in.
I overstayed here.
Yeah.
I should just back and TP bot. They
I'm
were
not-
blaming me for it.
I'm not sure if you should necessarily TP bot, because you don't have ultimate. You used your ultimate to kill him alone top. I think you should take the tower here.
Yes, I took it.
No, but I think basically before you should have taken the tower, right? Like, you can just tank it right there. I think you can tank the... It's gonna make you really low, but you can tank it. It buys you a bit of time, but it's not the biggest of deal again. It's a very small thing. Bottom dying is not your fault. I don't think you should have TP'd there. It's your team's fault for dying. You could have pinged them about the Pantheon, like told them that Pantheon is gonna come, but you shouldn't really be there. You're doing perfect here. I think you do is great. Pushing the next wave, it's fine. Alright, so you managed to put the minion wave in a bad position, but it's not that important because you want to go elsewhere anyways. Your TP is going to be up soon. I think here you should go bottom or mid. There's no point going top because the minion wave is so far away from you. And you can always TP back top if you need to. If you want to go top, you should be going for the Herald. That's okay as well, but you should be going for an objective right now.
Yes, I went mid.
Mid's good. See what happens. Going for a fight. Going for the sig 1v3. Think going in there, like basically every time you use flash, it's very risky if you don't have ultimate, because you don't really do that much as Kinnan. You get a kill, it's nice. But it's overall very risky, and I think they could have survived that. Because you didn't have ultimate, right?
Yes.
You guys
that was
pushing.
my mistake. I thought I had my ultimate up.
Okay, if you thought that, then it's a fine play, right? Just one mistake is fine. Pantheon ultis gets kills, okay. Right now, your objectives should still be to get the herald buff. Like, as a top laner, it's important to communicate that you're strong and everything, and that you can get the herald. Because getting that herald will generally secure you 1 or 2 towers. And since you guys are ahead as a team, the herald is the only objective on the map right now. Because first tower's down, the rest of the towers are not as important as herald, I think, because you can always get them with the herald. So I would just be focusing on getting the herald if I could right now. Also, another thing, finding Pantheon here is good. Like, if you just try to keep him away from the top wave, it's good. Because the wave is pushing to you, I believe. I can't see it because I can't really scroll around, but I think it's pushing to you. If it is, he will lose more minions that way, by staying away from the wave, if that makes sense. Like, basically, you stay away from the wave, he stays away from the wave, like you're forcing him out of it. So the minions keep pushing to you, and he loses more minions. So you're just pushing it. I think this is a big mistake. I don't think you should ever E into the minions if you don't know where people are. If you don't know where everybody is. You don't really need to, because if Pantheon is in this bush, he could all in you there and try to do something to you.
Yes.
Like, you don't mind pushing a bit slower, it's not gonna fuck you hard. So it's fine to just take your time and push it out. Alright, so the next dragon is up in 40 seconds, that's the next objective. I think you should shove 1 more top wave before the dragon. Like, basically, if you go back a bit, if you shove this one slowly and then hard shove the next wave, then you know Pantheon is not going to be top. You're going to shove the wave perfectly for the dragon as well, because that's the next objective. And you'll be able to just straight up run bottom instead of running around weirdly here for a while. And then once you actually need to go shove the wave, it's all the way down here, where it could have been up here. It could have been much closer to your tower, in a safer position.
Okay.
Alright, so you roam in, you go towards mid. This is fine. Trying to make a play. Basically, not much to say there. You catch them both. It's a bit risky too if the charm have flashes and ultimates. It's they can escape, but you probably know that, so it's fine. Get the dragon. I think here you should just be running down towards bottom to secure the dragon. You can always get to top later on. You don't need to be top here. Just run down to the team, try and help them out with whatever fight is happening. Like basically running into mid, right? And then you go to top afterwards. If you had done that, you'd also be close to helping Orianna here because she's getting caught. Being an idiot alone, right? She's getting caught, you can help her out. Maybe you can get a kill on one of them, maybe not, but at least you're close by in case something happens and you can do something.
Okay.
Alright, you push out. You have 2 fight breaks now. You guys will always outscale them. You guys should win this game almost no matter what, I think, at this point. Especially with the team comp. Your team comp is much better as well. All you guys need is to save your mid tower right now and get Herald as soon as Orianna's back up. Like, here's really big objective and you really need to get that one. See what happens. You go mid. Nothing's happening. You guys are pushing. You guys should push this mid wave. You should go bottom. Your team should do Herald. It's hard for you to say that, but I think as a top laner, I would just be pushing, pinging Herald all the time here, to remind my team that it's a really important objective.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you're going bottom. That's fine. You're going on the, what's it called? You're just gonna go in and kill Tristana. That's perfect. Nothing else you can really do. You actually really fed this game. I think here you should just be looking to push. I feel like you're looking to TP or help your team right here while they're dying. But you already killed Tristana. You already killed one person. You don't have ultimate anymore. You TPing in without ultimate. Ken is really weak. You don't have your protobelt. You basically don't have anything, right? So you should just be pushing the tower.
Just push it. Right.
And say, team, I don't have ultimate. I don't care about you guys. If you fuck up, it's your fault, right? And you just try to take the tower and put as much pressure as possible. Because right now you can easily take bot tower. You can easily be doing a lot of damage. And it sucks that the team died, but it's not really in your control.
I again flashed them.
You keep flashing in and it works every time, but I think it's still dangerous, right? Like, imagine...
Yes, I know. That was a dangerous one.
Like, if they use all their abilities properly, if she instant charms you, instead of using her Q first, and then Q, and then he hooks you, I think they can kill you.
Yes.
Nice, let's see. Wait, did they take her all? I think so. Yeah, they did. You go bottom, that's perfect. Right now, I feel like what you should do is you shouldn't try and fight somebody 1v1, because killing Tristana again is not going to give you much in this game. Doesn't really help you. You should instead be just pushing the waves safely as you can, and wait for the teleport to try and make a TP play for your team. Because killing somebody alone here is not going to give you much, right? Tristana's 2-6, he's 3 levels behind you, so he doesn't give you much. However, you're level 13. If you die, it's going to give them a huge comeback. And you should just be playing passive here. One guy's dead on the team as well. You're getting caught. Where you don't really need to do anything, and you're trying to all-in them. You almost kill Trist. But basically, you're trying to fight, then you don't need to, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You survived, though, which is nice, right? But you wasted your ultimate.
That was risky, right?
It's risky and you used all your abilities, so now you can't help your team. The enemies are just gonna base and go top, and it's not really gonna hurt them in any way. So it just removes the pressure you had. You're pushing, that's fine, you can't really do anything else. You're TPing. I would not use this TP, mainly because you don't have ultimate, you don't have flash. You don't have anything basically. You might be able to do something, you get a kill, which is nice. But in most cases, TPing without your ultimate and flash as Kennen is not that useful.
Useless. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you get a kill is nice. But in 9 out of 10 situations, this is bad. You guys are pushing. It's good to get in here.
And from this point, that was Clown Fiesta.
Like, to win this game, it's pretty easy right now. All you guys have to do is you go bottom, you push bottom out, and then you guys start baiting Baron. The enemy should know, are you going in?
I wanted to help Cock, but that was a mistake.
Yeah, like basically this is just the syndrome of trying to help somebody and then you end up in a 1v4. You just have to get good at letting people go there. Because you know that 4 people that he's alone. It's kind of shit. Now you guys do Baron maybe because you died as well. If you hadn't died, Baron would probably not be taken by them.
Nice. I thought that they would take it, but there was no damage.
Yeah, I think if you stay alive, they can't Baron because you can easily stun them
I
under the Baron.
I know.
And they'll get destroyed. I'll just move on a bit. The next dragon is fast. No, it's Ocean Drake. The dragons are fucking weird in replay program. Anyways. Let's see. They have Baron, you have Flash and everything. At this point, you guys should just look for a team fight. You're still much stronger than them. You don't have to be afraid of them at all. Just force every objective. I think you should be baiting Baron. You should only go bottom if you need to be bottom, because you don't have teleport. So basically, if the bot wave pushes to your tower, you go there and clean them quickly. And aside from that, you guys should just be around Baron, baiting it, trying to get a team fight. Because you have really good engage. You have Kennen, Flash, Protobelt, everything Sonya's. You have Lulu speed up and Greg's engage, right? You have insane amount of engage. So all you have to do is try to get your team to go to Baron and do the Baron with the team. You even got a kill here, so it should be really easy to get that Baron. Trying to go for towers is difficult for you guys because you don't have the best siege. You don't need to siege either because you have a really good engage where you can just bait Baron and instant catch them off. They won't be able to respond to that. Right
It's
now,
gonna be fun.
yeah, right now instead you guys do this weird thing where you split all over the map, right? You have 2 people bottom, you have 3 people top. It's working out because you guys are really far ahead, but it's not very good.
Yes.
Like in those cases, you just have to try and lead the team to do the right thing. Which can be annoying in solo queue because people sometimes don't listen, but sometimes it works. Alright, you get a kill, nothing big happening. You guys just win this game straight up, no?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more to watch here. Yeah, there's not much more to watch though. Alright, do you want to go through the Jax game as well?
Of course, if you want to.
That's fine. Alright, so let's look. You Jax against Agragas. They have a Sincha jungle, so basically your gank potential is better than their gank potential right now. What's your starting item?
That was Flask.
Right,
I forgot to.
I can see your item state on. It's fine. I think Flask is alright. I prefer Dawn Shield just because you can sustain Greg's damage. He doesn't have that much damage if you play around his abilities. Do you want to push this lane or freeze it? That's the
Push it.
Are you gonna push it?
Yes, I'm gonna push it.
I think if you want to push it, you need to be here early. I think you helped your jungler, right? Yeah, you helped your jungler. I think the second you help your jungler and he's gonna already push here, you should give up on the push, right? Because if he does it correctly, you'll always lose the fights right now. Because he already got the push, he already got the control. At this point, you should just be farming. You don't really need to push. Okay, he's not playing it that well. He could be playing it better. But as you can see, he's already going to be pushed. It's better for you to just let it freeze towards you. And maybe get a gank off. That way you're also not vulnerable to the enemy jungler ganking you. Because you know enemy jungler most likely start alone. Or bot side. And if you start bot side, he's going to come and gank you earlier than Warwick will. So pushing it will put you in a bad position near his tower. Which you don't need to be. Angry moms up here.
Yes.
No,
Sorry.
No problem, dude. Let's see. Yeah, you're letting him push you, which is good, right? This is the perfect play. You don't want to be pushing him. There's no need to. You're letting him push to you, just farming. He's actually chunked quite a bit, which is very good. And you're controlling the wave really nicely. One thing you want to do is you want to try and make him... You want to make his wave push towards you a bit, so it's closer to your tower. But you don't want the wave to be stacking up, right? So one thing you can do is you can kill his ranged minions earlier than the melee minions if you get to free hit them, like he's letting you. Because then his melee minions is going to run into your ranged minions all the time. Killing the melee minions is not really necessary in a lot of cases. Like you should always leave one up at least. As you're getting ganked, this is fine. You're avoiding it. Completely fine. And the reason you can avoid that gank so easy is because you're close to your tower, right?
Yes. And Syndra was in Dink in this game.
Feels bad, man. But I think that's things that doesn't really matter too much because it's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yes.
I think then you lasted the Jax, you should mainly just use the W. There's no reason to use Q and W. First of all, that's too much of a mana waste. And I think you get it already just with the W. But you basically do this weird thing where you jump first and then you do the W. Which costs you time and loses you the minion. Alright, so at this point, I assume you're just gonna keep freezing for as long as possible. This is one thing here, right? Every time he uses his drinking, the bell thing, if you're standing close to him, you need to E. Or else you need to go behind your minions. Like, you can never take a trade like this. Because you know he's gonna go trade for you. And even giving up a minion is fine. It doesn't matter. Basically, at all points, if you want to get the minion, you E and you take it. Or you back off. Because right now you're just taking a massive chunk. Which is really bad for you. And you'll never be able to trade back with him at that point, right? Like, you're going on him afterwards, which is also a mistake. Because you cannot win that fight. You want to try and take winning fights. And at this point, I'd honestly... Oh, he even goes for the tower. This guy's an animal. He suicides.
Yeah.
This is retarded from him. He doesn't need to do that. At that point, I would have based if I was you.
Yes, I based as fast
no,
as
but
possible.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, even like...
yes, I hear I should just base.
Yeah.
I know.
At this time, just base and get out
That's
there.
greedy.
If he's not an animal, he's gonna kill you. But this guy is an interesting player who decides to suicide, which is good for you, right? You're getting items now. I can't see what you bought. Some wait.
Ruby Crystal and Longsword.
You're TPing back way too early. Like, you basically need.
Yes, I know.
Okay, you need to have full health. You're trading him. You waste all his abilities, which is good. You win this trade. I think you should go for another hit on him. You know he doesn't have any abilities up. He used everything. So you can just keep going on him, right? One way to think about if you want to trade is always think about the second somebody uses an ability, you're strong on them in almost all cases. It's the same if you're playing against an R. Every time he uses Q and misses, you can go on him. Going on him, then he haven't used anything though is not very good for you. Like, you're jumping him here, then you got everything up, which is something you want to avoid because he got better sustain than you. Like, basically you're playing into his game in those times. Alright, you go on him, this is fine. You block his E, that's really good. You get a gank. You get a nice kill on him here. But imagine that Xintia had been here as well. And because you went on him earlier, you have lower health than you needed to be, right? Because you do the bad trade. Which can cost you in other games. This game it didn't matter, but it could have. So here you're going to push as hard as possible. You know he's dead. What I would do here is I would slow down the push a little bit. So you're not mass pushing this wave, you're just killing it. So basically right here, right now, I'd stop pushing. Wait for the next wave to come and push the other one in. Because you know that Gragas is not going to be here for another 27 seconds after he spawns. So you're going to have time to push it if you want to. You're going to push it anyways, right? But at this point, you're all the way close.
Spot. Yes.
Like, you're basically like near his tower. Since I can gank you really easy. You can escape, but you had flash, you had everything. So if you're closer to your tower, you can just jump to a minion, run. No problem. Even flash, it's fine. You still kill the wave. It's not really changing anything since it doesn't come up here. But you put yourself in a dangerous position where you don't need to be. While doing the same job, basically.
Exactly.
Alright, so you're basing, going top. Alright, so what's your plan at this point? I don't know if you bought pink wards or anything. But what's your plan with the wave?
I had no plan.
Okay, yeah,
that's the biggest mistake that I'm playing without plan.
Alright, you have no plan. So basically,
I'm
first
just jumping on him.
You just jump on him whenever you can, right? Basically, at this point, if you look at everything, he got more minions than you. You don't have any vision. You don't want to fight him. You want his wave to push into your tower. You want to reset it, and then you want to push out. So basically, you're just gonna aim to last it here if you're doing it properly. By going on him, you play into his domain because he got all the minions. He can knock you up. You're missing the stun and everything. It's not gonna be good for you. As you can see, right, like he out-trades you, he's gonna sustain better than you, and he will always win these kind of trades. Even though you probably have more items than him at this point. So just let him push in, which is fine. Then also one thing you have to know is when you trade with Gragas, you need to know how you want to trade it. One good way to trade with Gragas is he's often wasting abilities to farm. When he uses an ability, that's when you want to trade. You don't want to just go on him, then all his abilities up and all your abilities up. Because he will mostly win those fights. Like you eat, that's good, you get a good trade. Like he wastes his abilities, he missed it. At this point, you should all in him. Unless you think Xinqiao's here. Because he just used everything. You're kind of afraid of him after he doesn't have any damage left. If that makes sense. You probably chunked him to 30%, 20%. Your main goal in this lane, like right now you're slow pushing, this is perfect. You want to slow push, keep it close to tower as you're doing. Then you want to shove this wave in the next one, because you need to get wards out. So right now you should start hard pushing. Once this wave arrives, you hard push it into his tower. And you go down, clean his ward if there's a pink ward you can find. If not, you put your own wards down, right?
Right.
And then once it's pushed in, you can also do the crab where you can go ward his jungle, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of options. Instead you do, like again, basically the minion wave is horrible for you now, because it's into his tower, where you don't want to be. And basically you're easy to gank right now, because the wave is so bad. And even just leaving the lane, losing minions, right? Where you could have shoved it into his tower. Like you always need to know what you want to do and why you want to do it, kind of. And you always need to think about what advantages there's to when you need to push the waves. Because right now you're losing 6 minions, ganking mid, where you could have been losing maybe 1. The mid gank is fine. It's just the push timing is bad. Going back top, this is fine. Finding him, which is fine, you're strong in him. Because you're strong in him at this point, it's almost minute 10. I'll start trying to get the jungler up here, so you can go for maybe a dive. Or you let him push out to you and keep the wave right in the middle, roughly. Maybe a little bit to your side, over the middle. If you can put the wave there, he's very easy to gank. If you kill him around, like in the next minute or so, you can do a herald, right? Which is a huge objective. You're letting him push, which is good. Then you want to try and freeze the wave basically around here in a line, if that makes sense. Because then Xinqiao can't really gank you. You want to have vision just over this edge. Because then Xinqiao can't gank you from anywhere. You can have vision to the bushes. You're going to have vision from here. You can always jump backwards with the water or anything. You'll be very safe. So here you want to freeze it. And then you want to try and get a gank from your jungler. There is in almost a perfect position. It's really nice. You just need to ping jungler to come up here. You're jumping him, which is really good. He wasted his Q. You're gonna all in him. That's nice. And you kill him, right? That's perfect. Really good play. You're just pushing and basing, it's fine. The second you see Gragas going missing, if you want to do it perfect, you can ping him. Danger ping, basically the second goes missing. After 5 seconds, you ping right above the Herald Pit. And then after 10 seconds, you ping just down below at the bush. Then you can spot exactly where he is, right? If you just time this seconds. It takes 15 seconds to walk to mid from top, basically.
Okay.
So you can help your mid laner know where he is. Instead of randomly pinging. Like, I think you did random pings, which is also good, you know? But you can do it a bit more precise. Which helps out. You're walking down to help as well. I think this is dangerous. You have to be very careful if you do this. It's not necessarily bad, but you just have to be careful doing it because you could move into the enemies.
I thought that they were doing Herald, so I wanted to award it.
Like a wall is fine to do, you just have to be careful while doing it. Your pushing is good. Going down, you're gonna gank mid, that's okay. Like either you gank mid or you do the crap, it's fine, both. Warwick misses his things. At this point, I think you should just run, because Warwick missed. You guys keep going. This is a bit dangerous. It might work, but it's a bit dangerous because Warwick missed. Like basically, Warwick missed his ultimate. Syndra wasn't there. I would not keep going there, because you're most likely not going to get anything. Go back top, that's fine. Pushing out. Alright, let's see. At this point, the only two objectives we have is try and get top tower or get the Herald. I think right here you can run down to the Herald with Warwick. Warwick is around. If you ping the Herald, you can just both do it. They can't stop you at this point. You don't have TP, so you can't help bottom anyways. You can't help mid out, you just want to do Herald. He's doing it alone. I think you should be helping him. There's no need for him to do it alone. And then afterwards, you guys can just go top and take the tower. Or you can go mid and take the tower. Depending on how Greg has placed the wave or where he is. Also, when you're jumping, you should try and E before you jump, because as you see, he cancels you all the time, right? If you just E before, you can stun him easier. And then you can't trade back to that all as well. Why do you base here? Do you have Trinity Force or?
Probably yes. I forgot to...
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you have Trinity Force, you put it on.
Nice.
Alright, basing is fine if you have Trinity Force, not really bad. You should try to wait till you have a pink ward as well. Having a pink ward at this point is really important because you're stronger than him. Warwick took the Herald, which means you should try to see if you can play around the Herald at some point. Because you're stronger than Greg, so you guys can just take top tower freely. If you just hold top. Warwick is going bottom instead. Which is not necessarily bad, they get a kill and everything. But I think you guys could just instantly have went top and taking it. Instead of you basing for the Trinity Force, you can just take the tower top. To secure the first blood tower. Because it's so much gold, and especially because you're playing Jax, right? You're playing a carry champion. So getting that extra 500-600 gold or whatever it is a huge boost to your power spike. And your scaling. One thing you want to look at here is... You see Warwick and everybody playing bot lane. They're getting a kill and everything. Which means the second your jungler is bottom and gets a kill bottom, if the enemy jungler is not bottom, he's gonna be top. Or mid. Like every single time he's gonna be top or mid if he's not bottom. While there's a fight going on. So you want to... Pushing is not bad as long as you know the jungler can be there. Because then you can jump back to the creeps instantly and you can get out of there. You just need to be aware of it. Because pushing is completely fine. You can easily get out. Also another thing is... Then you're playing Jax with a jump, right? And you're pushing. You want to stand in front of the minions towards his side. Because you can jump further back to your minions and they're gonna not expect it, right? So there's no need for you to walk backwards to be safer. You should be walking forward to be safer.
Okay.
Which is a bit fucked up, right? But you're a bit safer if you do that. Xinjiao comes, you smell him, you see him on the ward, you run backwards, this is perfect. Wasting his time is really good. Wait, what happened here? So basically just cheeses you from the bush, not much you can do. Don't expect it, you all-in him, which is fine. You're just gonna all-in him here, assume and kill him. There's not much you can do if you can catch him. Yeah, good job. Well played, well executed, nothing really wrong there. You push and you take the tower, which is also good. At this point you guys are really far ahead of them. I would say all you need to do is keep split pushing. You're Jax after all, you're really strong in that regard. Every time you push the creeps into his tower, you can start roaming and try to make a fight happen. But you always need to push creeps to one of his towers, bottom or top, depending on which objective you're going for. So next you're going for dragon, which means you want to be top lane all the time. And you also need to always, at this point, have a pink ward, no matter what. So basically right now, you base, you buy items, but you don't have a pink ward, which means you can't actually put that much pressure out. You need that pink ward. Just to stay safe and pressure him as much as possible.
Okay.
Doing the grump, not so bad, is fine. Going top, I think you should try and run top earlier here because the dragon is spawning. You want to just have wards out as soon as possible. And this ward is always completely useless, by the way. You want to split push him, and the second the enemy is here, if you go for the wave, right? If he's gonna be here in this ward, you're already dead. So you need to put the ward in on... let's use a rift kit quickly. To show the two players out ward. You should try and ward here and here. Those two places, if you have two wards. If you only have one, then this one is enough. Or else you can also ward here and here. Those positions are also good. But warding up here is not going to help you much. And this ward is going to spot both to the red buff and upward, so this covers everything here. This one covers everything here. This one, a bit more safe to place, covers everything here as well, and faster to place, right?
Okay.
And this one almost never gets cleaned, by the way. This one gets cleaned a lot. Right, so let's go back. So you're going top, which is fine. Your team doesn't have any pressure right now, so you need to be careful. Pushing is okay as long as you know you have to be careful and you have some vision. But right now, you don't have that much vision. See Gregor, you're backing off, that's fine. If there'd already been 2 people there, you would have died though.
I know. And I will die soon.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Yeah, but that's basically... your job is to push and roam, right? Your job isn't to kill this guy. So basically, you're trying to kill a guy that isn't your job. It's hard to do. Where he's just going to turn around on you and kill you every time the enemy jungler is there, right? Killing this guy, obviously, if you kill him, it's really good. But being able to kill him is impossible unless he's really bad. So going for a kill here is not going to work out for you. You only want to aim to push and roam. You almost get a kill. It's not actually that bad result based if you had gotten that kill. But the thought process behind it is bad. It's basically the wrong play. Assuming you're gonna run... You're TPing top. This is bad. You cannot TP top if you're gonna be split pushing, right? You want to run top and just be like, you know, I fucked up. I'm just gonna run back top and I'm gonna lose a lot here. It sucks. But you're already ahead of him, so it doesn't fuck you that much. You're still gonna be fine. If you're behind of him, I'd say, okay, go for the minions like you're doing now because you can split push. But since you can split push regardless, you don't actually need these minions. Because right now you cannot help at the dragon, and he's going to TP to the dragon. It's going to fuck you a little bit. And you're going to try and run down to the dragon anyways. I would not do this. It's too far distance. You should just keep pushing. Like, you already fucked up that aspect. You can just keep pushing. You might get a kill here. You might just die.
I just died.
Yeah, but overall, basically, you have to make a choice, right? And the choice here is you can't get to dragon in time. You're just going to keep pushing because you already wasted the teleport. Basically, running all over the map is generally not that good. If it's mid lane, the fight happens, it's okay. But if it's dragon or all the way down and the fight has already started, you won't really make it in time. Alright, so you guys lost a lot from all of this. And if you look at this, all of this happened, like, you're not playing bad this game in any way, but all of this happened because you died at the top lane.
Because I TP'd, yes. And then I TP'd there.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so you're going back top. I would say you should be going bottom here, but it's not a big deal. You know, most likely not going to do Baron yet, but the next objective is Baron, so you should try to be on the bottom side of the map. Going top here is fine. You clean the minions, and then afterwards you should be going towards bottom. Again, you keep trying to fight him. If you're gonna fight him, you need to use E first, because every time you tried the other way, it didn't work. So you need to adapt during the game. Like, basically, whenever something doesn't work for you, you need to think about, why didn't this work? What can I do instead? And also, you shouldn't really be fighting him. Like, both of those things. You're pushing the wave too fast again. You don't need to do that. Now you can't push the next one. Push you in an awkward situation. And then now you're gonna go bottom, I assume? Or just mid to fight? I think you should go bottom. You don't want to fight. Right. Like, basically, then you're split pusher. What your advantage is, you're stronger than him in the 1v1. So you want to always pressure him into the tower and then roam. Because then either he needs to use TP or he gets to the fight later than you. But if you straight up take a fight 5v5, he's always in the advantage because that is his domain. That's where he's strong, right? And Greg's is really good in 5v5s, where Jax is much weaker until really late game. You guys end up losing this fight. I don't think it's necessarily because the Gragas. There's not really anything you could do in this fight, but the fight shouldn't happen in the first place.
Yep.
And now they're just pushing and get in here. They're gonna have a really big advantage. You guys protecting Baron, this is fine. You're not really doing anything wrong trying to get a catch, it's okay. Then you're trying to get a catch. If you can't kill him instantly, you need to run. Basically, right here. Like, if you try and get a catch, you need to kill him instant. If he doesn't die instantly, you guys just back off. Both of you guys can back off the second the bell comes. Like right here. If you both back up, you're fine. Because you know you're not 5 people here. If Syndra was here and Walk was here, I'd say go all in, no problem, right? But you know they outnumber you, so the second you cannot kill instantly, you don't need to try anymore. And you can just leave this guy to die if he goes too deep. That's fine as well.
They went too deep as well.
Yeah. Basically, you need to have a plan before you do most of the plays you do. You're playing mostly by instinct, I think,
Yes.
because you practice a lot, and that's how you feel.
That's right.
Warrior goes in for steal, that's fine. He even steals it, that's really good. Not actually there. You're spawning soon, you're TPing into the fight. I don't think you need to do this.
Yes.
Like,
I went to save Syndra, but I
Yeah.
fucked up again.
Like basically the entire thought process behind this is that you can get a kill, you're gonna TP, but your thought process behind kill or TP should be, what can we get out of this kill, right? Like if you get this kill on Victor, let's say you kill him, what do you get from it? You only get 300 gold. You don't actually get anything out of the kill. It doesn't help you win the game. So even if this works out and you kill him, it's not a good play. Like this time didn't work out, but that's not really an important part. The important part that we shouldn't TP in the first place.
Yep.
Regardless if it works out or not. So you're dead, you're winning. You're spawning, that's okay. I'm going top wave, that's fine. Dragon's up soon, you're gonna have no TP now for the dragon. So I would say at this point, just say, I don't have TP for Drake, I can't be there. Just give it up, they're stronger than us. You should just try and push top wave as much as possible while you're being safe. Right, you're pushing top, you're giving up the dragon, that's good. You're doing everything right. Your team gets caught. It's not really your job to play for them, you can't do anything there. They're gonna finish the game now, probably.
Yes, yes.
But there's nothing you can do there. Obviously you could have based a little earlier, but you can't save the towers anyway, so at that point you did the right thing and that's okay. I'm just gonna write down all the things you have to focus on, basically.
Okay.
Wait, let's think about it. So, thinking about what's gonna happen 5 seconds in advance when you take fight/trade. Basically the things you have to focus on, what I think is you have to know what you're doing before you're doing it, right? Like every time something happens, you often don't think about it and you just react instead of already knowing what you're gonna do. And the problem with reacting is it works 8 out of 10 times because you're playing by instinct, right? You learned it through a lot of games. But the 2 times it doesn't work is because you don't actually know it, right? And it's kind of random as well. So you need to know it so you can do it all the time. And then you need to control the minion waves properly or better. So you're always closer to your side of the map instead of close to their side of the map. Then you don't need to be. You need to have a plan and follow the plan, which is basically this Jax, for example, right now, right? You're a split pusher. You don't want to enter 5v5 team fights unless you guys are much stronger. You guys always want to split push and afterwards enter the fight. You know, then you have the first move. And then warnings needs to be a bit better than split pushing. Well, split pushing, because right now you're warning, like you basically wasted the ward the only time split pushed, right? And that kind of got you killed as well. You need to have a pink ward and you need to have a normal ward, and then you need to be placed properly. But apart from that, I think mechanically you can easily climb out of the Elo you were in. The lanes you played, you won the lanes both times. If you fix the small details, which made you not get a bigger advantage than you had, you would destroy these guys. Like basically, if you fix small details, you would have carried both these games, I think. Maybe not this Jack game because it's really hard, but you would have carried really hard and they would have no way to play back at you, right?
Okay.
But also what I'm thinking is we do this 5 to 10 times, like over time, right? So I can follow the progress, and then as you climb up in Elo, hopefully, we can see the progress, right? What do you think about that?
I hope. What?
What do you think about that?
Yes, that's gonna be great.
Right.
I hope that I will climb.
Me too. I hope you climbed real hard. But thanks for session, man.
Thank you.
No problem, dude. I'll head off now then.
Okay. See you later.
Peace, brother. Alright. I think that worked pretty well. I'm gonna turn on music, but I'm